Welcome back. It's wonderful to see you here again. My name is Stephanie Daugherty of Green Sage, and I am super excited to have been invited with Amla Green to share a couple of really delicious mocktail recipes for you that are going to be really, really great to share with your friends and family for the holidays coming up. So before we get started, I would just love to hear from you. What's your name? Where are you watching from? And please let us know also in your comment when you write it down in the comments below, whether you're catching us live right now or if you're watching in a replay. Just, we'd love to know. And also, I'm going to go through these two really delicious mocktail recipes in just a second, but please be aware that we're going to have a special offer for you at the end. So if you want to stick around for that, that would be primo. And also, if you have questions that arise while I'm demonstrating these recipes, put those in the comments as well, and I'll have a chance at the end of this video to answer them and help you out if anything comes up. So let me just first introduce myself. My name is Stephanie. My company is called Green Sage Life, and I share whole food plant-based recipes. So I'm a recipe developer, a chef, and a cooking instructor. And it's my mission to help you make delicious meals that are also healthy, because a lot of people think they have to sacrifice flavor in order to have a healthful meal, and that's just not the case. You can have a healthy meal that you're excited to eat and that you also feel great sharing with your loved ones. And that's especially important at this time of year when we're getting ready for some holiday feast preparations. So today I'm going to share with you two mocktail recipes. One is a cranberry lime hibiscus, and the other is a pomegranate holiday sparkle. And both of them feature Amla Green Hibiscus tea, which is one of the 5 flavors that Amla Green offers. And they are also amazing and so good for your health. But hibiscus in particular, because like Amla, which is Indian gooseberries, hibiscus, or maybe you say hibiscus. Tell me in the comments which way you pronounce this. I think both are acceptable. But in any case, hibiscus is known for having tons of antioxidants, just like the amla in this tea, and also giving a metabolism boost, and even helping in some research studies, it's been shown to help with weight loss. So it's a really nice thing to add to your daily routine, but especially nice when you can add it to your holiday celebrations, right? Like when we cheers with our cocktail, you know, in America, often we say cheers, but in a lot of cultures, they say some version of health, like we're drinking to your health, we're wishing you good health. And it's really great that we can have a drink that actually promotes health while we're celebrating with our friends and family. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to get into that right now. Let's start first with our cranberry lime hibiscus. I'm going to put a little glass in front of me. Maybe I'll turn the camera down just a little bit so you can see it a little better. This one is actually pretty simple. We are going to start with, maybe just put a little ice in first. There we go. And I'm going to get our Amla Green hibiscus scoop in there straight away. Smells nice. It's going to really be a nice complement to these other ingredients. The next ingredient is 100% cranberry juice. And you have to be careful when you're buying cranberry juice. Sometimes there are added sugars. And so this one is completely natural, 100% juice. And we're just going to put a little bit of this in here because it can be quite sour. But I'm going to balance it out a little bit in just a moment. So first, I'm going to get a lime. And I'm going to cut it open. I'm going to cut it just shy of center. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to actually want that centerpiece as my garnish. So while I'm cutting it, I'm going to do that too. Just a quick 1/8 of an inch thick sliced lime. Beautiful little round here. I'm going to set this aside for our garnish. And I'm going to take that small bit, and with my citrus reamer, I'm going to just squeeze a little bit. I might not even need the tool, actually. So we're just going to put a little bit of lime in here. And that's going to make a nice complement to the cranberry juice too. There we go. Wipe off my hands. And then we're going to have some sparkling apple juice. I picked up this can of 100% juice, apple juice. There's no added sugar in here. So you always want to check the ingredients when you're buying something like this. And it is a little bit sweet just naturally because it's apple juice. And it has a little bit of carbonation, so it's going to make it sparkling, which is really nice too. So I'm going to add that to the rest of the glass, just like that. It's already so pretty and festive and fun looking, but it gets even better. So I'm going to stir this in so our amla green hibiscus tea gets mixed in there really nicely. Making a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. And that's how simple that one is. Now, if you wanted to skip the sparkling apple juice, you could have used sparkling water instead. Like I usually pick up a bottle of Pellegrino or something. Perrier would be great, or any brand is just fine. But one of the things that makes our mocktail extra fun to serve to your friends and family is to get a little bit of pretty garnish going. So for this one, I have with me, I have picked up a package of stainless steel little swizzle sticks for cocktails. These are reusable and washable and everything. So, and I have skewered some frozen cranberries onto this. I'm just gonna slide this into the mocktail. It's really pretty. And I'm gonna also put a couple sprigs of fresh rosemary. It smells delicious, and it also adds a nice flavor element to this mocktail as well. And it just pretties it up so well. The last thing I'm gonna do is take that lime round that I saved from before, cut a little slice in it from the center to the outside, and I'm just gonna slide that onto the rim of my glass too. Now, what host would not be proud to serve this beautiful mocktail, healthy, delicious, to their guest on a holiday? So that's how easy that is. Mocktail number one for our demonstration today. I have to taste it. As advertised, it's delicious. So keep that one on hold for your holiday preparations. I'm just gonna wipe down the mess I made a little bit by stirring, and we can move on to our second cocktail. But first, I see a comment here from So Mindful. Since I drink alcohol, I suppose I don't worry about my health like I used to when I drank. Oh, you must mean since I don't drink alcohol. But with these mocktails, I can be excited to boost my health even more. Thank you for that comment. It's so true. And that's what's wonderful. When we take the time out of our daily busy lives to mark a special occasion, gather our family and friends together, we want it to be celebratory, but why not also on some of our most sacred days of the year, honor the health of our bodies too, right? So thank you for that comment. That's really beautiful. And I'm so happy that you're going to enjoy these too. I will as well. Okay. The second mocktail, is Pomegranate Holiday Sparkle. So we're going to use, instead of cranberry juice, 100% pomegranate juice. And this one also, you want to look for it to make sure there are no added sugars. It's really easy to see that on the nutrition label. Under carbohydrates, you'll see total sugars, and that's because the fruit itself has some sugar in it naturally. That's okay. What we don't want is the added sugar. So you want to look for that when you're buying your juice. It should say 0 grams of added sugar. We'll start with the amla green hibiscus tea again. I find that it's a little easier to put that in first. It just stirs in more easily. So we'll get that scoop in. And then we're going to fill our glass about 1/3 of the way with our 100% pomegranate juice. That looks about right. Now this one can be a little sour too. So you'll have some options. You can continue to use your sparkling apple juice. You could use sparkling water, or today I'm going to try a ginger beer, and it's a little bit of a misnomer because it's a non-alcoholic beverage. Depending on the brand that you buy, some of these do have added sugar. So if you're avoiding added sugar, you want to make sure you check the label. But some brands don't have sugar. The ones that do, and I think this one does actually, you just want to use it as a little bit of a sweetener. So it's still a pretty natural product, but it has a ginger flavor in there that I really like. So I'm going to add this to sweeten up the pomegranate juice a little bit too. But I really love ginger, so I am going to take a little bit of fresh ginger root, and you'll see I've already peeled away a little bit of the bark, because that's the end I'm going to grate with my microplane tool. over the top of this just to give it a little bit of extra bite, a little heat. And I love that ginger flavor. Ginger, like hibiscus and amla, Indian gooseberries, has a lot of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties as well. So sometimes the ginger gets stuck on the microplane, so you just can scrape it off with a knife. And we only want a tiny bit, the littlest pinch here, to add to this glass. So I'm just going to get that in there, knock that off into the bowl, or into the glass. That's great. And what goes next? Orange. Okay, so just like I did with the lime, I'm going to cut this just a little bit off center so I get a centerpiece that will be a nice round for our garnish. I'm going to take, just like I said before, 1/8 of an inch slice maybe of this really beautiful navel orange. What's nice about using navel orange is that it doesn't have seeds, so you don't have to worry about seeds going into your drink. But if you can find, and I wasn't able to find them for this demonstration, blood oranges have a really deep red orange color, and it would make a beautiful complement to this. So if you can find blood oranges, that would be a great way to go. I'm going to make a little, excuse me, a little slice from the center to the outside, and we're going to use that as a garnish in just a moment. But I'm going to add a tiny splash of orange juice to this cocktail too, this mocktail. Just a tiny bit, because I think that will add some nice flavor too. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to stir this up. Where did my little stirrer go? Rinse it first. Give this a nice stir. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to add some ice to this as well. And I think the rosemary is really beautiful in any holiday mocktail. So I'm going to put that in too. But because this is a pomegranate juice, I've picked up a fresh pomegranate and I've sliced off the top until you can just see the seeds. These are called arils. And then I have taken a paring knife and you'll be able to see if you look closely at the pomegranate, there are ribs. And you can run your knife down the outside of the pomegranate all the way to the bottom, just enough to cut the skin. On each of these ribs, you'll probably find 6 of them, just like that. And once you work your knife all the way around on each rib, you should be able to pull the pomegranate open pretty easily to access the seeds. And I might need to there we go. We only need a few, but it opens up pretty easily this way. So if you've always wanted to try a fresh pomegranate, but you've been intimidated because you didn't know how to open it, that's an easy way. And we're just going to put a few of the seeds in here on top. They look really pretty, especially with the rosemary. Just beautiful. There we go. So nice. I'm going to show you this in just a moment. And then we'll add our orange slice on top. Beautiful, just like this. And this orange slice is a little big for the glass, but you get the idea here. So nice. And I'm going to taste this one too. Perfect. I love this. This is so, so good. So good. Another option, if you wanted to skip the rim garnish, you could chop up a little bit of the orange after you peel it. You can do that right now, as a matter of fact. Peel away the skin, and you could just add the orange chunks to the drink too, so they start to absorb those flavors, and that's really beautiful too. So, cocktail number 2, Holiday Sparkle Pomegranate Mocktail. Cheers to your health. Wonderful. So, tell me in the comments, are you inspired? Are you going to make one of these gorgeous holiday mocktails? Tell me what holiday you're celebrating, what you're excited about. I would love to hear about that too. Reply when once the video is done. Really excited to hear from you and what you're thinking about all of this. Let me know if you have any questions that I can answer about this. And I want to tell you that On the Green is doing a mocktail guide. They have a mocktail guide that you can get if you comment the word guide in the comments below. They'll send you a free mocktail guide. It's got lots more delicious mocktail recipes that you can use all year round. So definitely get in on this, get that mocktail guide, and you can find beautiful ways to include amla green in your holiday celebrations. Celebrate good health. Give yourself the gift of good health. And speaking of that, actually, they're doing an early Black Friday special that's already live on their website right now. And so you can go to amlagreen.com and check it out. Lots of amazing savings there for this fantastic product. Personally, I drink amla green tea every day with my breakfast, and then I also put it into my mocktails, sauces, recipes, because it's so good for you and you can never get enough antioxidants. But for the Black Friday sale in particular, definitely look for the Amla 360 package. It's got all of the flavors of amla green, plus several really awesome, really valuable guides that come along with them in PDF form. So you definitely got to get in on this particular deal. It's probably their best deal of the year. You can save over $100 when you buy the package this way. So I think that might be all of the things I wanted to share with you on this live video today. Unless any other questions have come up in the meantime, I would love to answer them. So Mindful says, I'm definitely going to make these mocktails, mighty mocktails. I'll have to try out the elderberry amla powder in some of these. Yeah, I think that would be an excellent complement too. The hibiscus or the elderberry would go excellently in both of these recipes. Thank you so much for commenting. That's awesome. Jessica says, for sure, you make it so easy. Thank you. Great. I'm so glad you feel that way. That's really my mission, to share healthy, delicious recipes that are easy for anyone to incorporate in their daily life. And so Mindful says, if someone can't find pomegranate juice, perhaps beet juice could work. Absolutely. And that has its own natural sweetness too, plus tons of health benefits. So for sure, great suggestion. Thank you so much. Wonderful. So I think that's all I have to share with you guys today. Keep those comments coming. I'll respond to them as I can after the video ends. But please join us again soon. We're going to do more of these coming up in the future. And that's it, I think. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. I'm wishing you the happiest of holidays coming up, November, December, whatever you're celebrating. And of course, as always, wishing you good health and delicious food.